There are many effective responses to the unprecedented events of Friday evening, Saturday morning, and the rest of the weekend. We've already discussed trade tariffs, reciprocal tariffs, the potential for Canadian as individuals to simply continue to not buy American products. But we have to look to the future. And of course, a major initiative of this Prime Minister has been trade diversification. That's the name of our channel, right? And he has been relentless in his efforts to strengthen or build relationships with leaders around the world. In about 3 weeks, there will be a global conference held in Toronto, bringing institutional investors by the hundreds, apparently, for a major look at the potential that this country offers the rest of the world. You know, in 1890, the US government imposed tariffs on everybody at a rate of about 50%. We were hurt. The response of the government of Canada, one of them at that time, was to create the Trade Commissioner Service, the first foreign service we had, and the first Trade Commissioner went abroad in 1894. Well, really, the Trade Commissioner Service has been involved in trade diversification since that time, and is composed now of hundreds of trained professionals in about 150 posts around the world who are there to serve the needs and interests of specific businesses in Canada. Because you and I both agree, John, governments can't diversify trade. They can deflect trade. Tariff policy has a direct impact on purchasing and all that. But in the end, to diversify trade, that's a corporate activity. And as you know, the Prime Minister has set a goal of something like $300 billion of trade diverted away from the United States by, I think, 2030. This is the time the Trade Commissioner Service was invented to serve. Canadian businesses that have yet to use the services of the Trade Commissioner should do so immediately. These are talented, knowledgeable, motivated professionals who will perform a variety of services. In my mind, the most important service they provide as an upfront service is the provision of qualified leads for products that Canadian businesses are seeking to sell. But there's far more than that. Competitive intelligence, access conditions, and once there is an actual transaction underway, loads of strategic advice and tremendous credibility. Make no mistake about it, if a Canadian company is going after a significant project, the ability of that company to host the customer at the ambassador's table in the official residence of the Canadian ambassador anywhere in the world is an honor that's very hard for the foreign visitor, the domestic company, to reciprocate. And the credibility of the Great Seal of Canada on the efforts of Canadian business to expand is priceless. There are regional offices in Canada. There are, as I said, about 150 posts around the world. Be specific in your request. In my 7 posts, we often receive letters from Canadian business saying, what are they buying in country X? Maybe we can supply it. No. You've got to be very specific. And the more specific you can be, the more targeted will be the support from the Trade Commissioner. This is the moment for that risk mitigation tool established as a result of the McKinley Tariff, for God's sake, to be an essential tool in your toolkit. Don't leave home without it, is what I would say, to borrow a phrase from American Express.